Brood 10,000 by Teal Livingston. A decade later, Dr. Rupert Thompson still considered Ms. Knight's insights as unfortunate hubris. He shared the opinions of his colleagues at the review. The findings were ridiculous, ludicrous. The so-called rising star, Erica's doctoral thesis had been lauded as a supreme work, was lucky to be employed in her field of study. And although Rupert couldn't deny being physically attracted to the woman, he'd convinced himself that Dr. Knight's reputation as a leading entomologist was exaggerated, and that she conducted herself best when analyzing data and research under his explicit instruction and supervision. The snapping of patent leather wingtips against polished linoleum captured Erica's attention. She raised her head slightly up from an outdated microscope and towards the open door to her lab, another one of Dr. Thompson's insistencies. Rupert could be heard outside whinging. "Really, General, Ms. Knight works under my direction. I'm the director of this lab and chair of the department. Anything you might have to discuss with her can certainly be addressed by me." The General's XO, a slender Asian woman, curt in appearance, wearing a formal beret, blue coat, matching skirt, and carrying a medium-sized metal travel case, strode confidently in lockstep next to her commanding officer, a handsome black man, both head and face cleanly shaven, in full dress, each shoulder of his tailored jacket adorned with 4 silver stars. The 2 officials stopped short of the office. "Thank you, Mr. Thompson, but I must speak directly with Dr. Knight. Good day." "But I don't understand," muttered Rupert as the army man stepped into the lab. He tried to follow, but the General's executive officer, all business, stood firm in the doorway to prevent any forward movement. "Good day, sir," she repeated, stepping backwards past the threshold and closing the door. "Dr. Erica Knight?" "Yes, that's right," she replied, spinning up from her swivel chair to stand forcefully in front of the man and his associate. "Please excuse our interruption," he said in a deep, clear voice. "My name is General West. This is my colleague, Lieutenant Ringman. We're here from the Defense Department and in urgent need of your counsel." "Oh, I see," Dr. Knight replied as the executive officer promptly placed the case upon the lab table. From underneath her left arm, she pulled a nondescript manila folder, presenting it gingerly to the General. The pensive man scanned its contents briefly, turned it around, and placed it before Erica. "Do you recognize this?" he asked, pointing his manicured finger to a heading labeled Classified, Top Secret. Erica, noted by both the lieutenant and general as being very attractive, kept her hair in a bun, chose not to wear makeup, and wore oversized prescription glasses. She perused the contents in the folder intently, then replied, "Yes, this is my research on the prehistoric cicada. Am I in trouble? I can guarantee I haven't mentioned any of my findings to anyone." The general raised his hand and replied, No, nothing like that. Do you maintain your findings?" Dr. Knight sat down upon her stool, spinning around once slowly, to deliberate quietly upon her next answer. She nibbled at the bottom of her lip nervously. To the general and Ms. Ringman, it seemed the young doctor was being flirtatious. To Erica, she was wholly unaware that such an innocent gesture could be so misconstrued. She did, however, consider her attractiveness an Achilles' heel, worked hard to dumb down her look, sometimes not showering for days or brushing her teeth or doing anything to upkeep an appearance of beauty. In fact, she'd spent most waking hours alone in her lab, investing every ounce of energy and time into her research. She'd gone so far as to purchase 6 of the same outfits in the same colors, leaving Sunday for laundry day, and free time in slippers and flannel pajamas to polish off a pint of Cherry Garcia while watching reruns of Frasier and Star Trek: The Next Generation with her French bulldog, Toblerone.